Hey all, Jebediah Brompton here. First and foremost, I would like to wish my loyal subscribers a very Merry Christmas. I'm sure you are all at home right now celebrating with your family, and I think that's beautiful. I myself, unfortunately, am still in the office, burning that midnight oil, so to speak. It is quite late into the evening. I did come into work on Christmas, and I'm still here even late. You may be wondering why. Well, truth be told, I am a bit behind on my Q4 report. It's nothing crazy, nothing I can't catch up on with just, by just putting my nose to the grindstone. But my boss has really been on my rear about it, so I thought it best just to come in on Christmas Day, really show him how dedicated I am to getting this Q4 report done, even though I am behind. My family, even if I were, done with my or even if I weren't in the office right now, because I'm not done with my Q4 report, I wouldn't see my family anyway. They're currently abroad right now. They're on vacation in Dallas. And I had to stay behind because of the aforementioned Q4 report. Also, I apologize about my voice. I felt better for a little bit, but I'm feeling worse again. I think I beat the old sickness, and I'm moving on to a newer, more potent sickness right now. So, just as soon as I beat this one, I think I'll be healthy for good, moving forward. Hopefully this will be the last battle, the last hurdle. Anyway, is Newton's law of universal gravitation unconstitutional? Extensive legal analysis. So, let's start off with the basics. What is Newton's law of universal gravitation? Well, it's a law that says that two things move towards each other if they have either an M1 or an M2. And you may be wondering, how do I know if I have an M1 or M2? You probably do. You just don't know which one it is, and that's fine. The only difference it makes is if it's odd or even. But anyway, Newton discovered it. Kind of a nerd. That's all you need to know for the purpose of this video, is that it moves things together. All right. Constitution. You probably already know what this is if you're an American like I am, and proud to be one. But basically, the Constitution is the document that more or less just invented freedom. This is the document that really basically brought freedom to the world. And that's why people say that America was the first country to ever exist, is because it was the first one to have a constitution that gave people freedom. Just the first one to have a constitution in general, really. But anyway, moving on. The factors at play. So why could the universal gravitation law be considered unconstitutional? What's at play here? Well, first of all, the law is really old. I mean, Newton wrote this law hundreds, if not thousands of years ago. And so, laws that were written a long time ago, a lot of the time, they just don't apply in the modern day. They're not applicable. So, an example of this, it used to be illegal for women to vote, but now it is legal for them to vote. And that's just an example, of the laws sort of updating with the times. So, Newton's law was written a long time ago. Do we really still need it? How applicable is this law to the modern day? That's an open question, in my opinion. This is one of the factors at play. Second, Newton was a British man. And I don't think that laws written in the UK should apply to America. I think Americans should have the rights to make their own laws concerning their own things without interference from British people. And so just the fact that this law was written in the UK, I think, sort of makes it unconstitutional just on the basis that it wasn't an American who wrote it. It wasn't, made by one of the founding fathers. If it was Franklin's law of universal gravitation or Jefferson's law of universal gravitation, maybe it could slide, but as it stands, I don't see it. Lastly, part of the Fifth Amendment, which is in the Constitution, says nobody will be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. And gravity can deprive you of life without the process of law. Without a court telling you you can lose your life, gravity can deprive you of that, which I think is a violation of the Fifth Amendment. So, my verdict, guilty. This law is guilty of being unconstitutional. And I don't think there's any way about it. I think Chief Justice John Roberts should overturn it immediately. And yeah, that's all I have to say for now. Thank you so much for tuning in on this hallowed sacred day, and Jeb out.